Hey everyone, living in Youngsville is pretty great, right? We love our peaceful walks on the village greenway and heading to events at the athletic park. And honestly, having a well-trained dog just makes all of that so much better. So today, we're going to walk through exactly how you can find the perfect training partner for you and your dog right here in our area.
So here's our game plan. First, we'll cover the basics of what makes a good trainer. Then we'll get into the different types of training and what they cost. After that, we'll touch on Youngsville's local rules, give you a list of questions to ask, and wrap up with some awesome local spots to practice. Let's get started.
All right, first things first. When you're picking a trainer, it really boils down to two main things. What they believe about training, that's their philosophy, and their professional credentials.
Okay, a term you're going to hear a lot is positive reinforcement. All it means is that the training focuses on rewarding the behavior you want to see. It's science-based, it builds a really strong bond with your dog, and it just makes learning fun for them. This is especially helpful around here. I mean, imagine trying to keep your dog's attention at Falls Lake with all the squirrels and birds around. Positive reinforcement works wonders for that.
Now, you're going to see a bunch of letters after trainers' names, and it can look like a real alphabet soup, but don't worry. Things like CPDTK just mean the person has passed a serious test and is committed to using humane, effective methods. It's basically proof that they've done their homework and know what they're doing.
So, now you know what you're looking for in a trainer's approach. Let's get into the practical side of things. The different ways training is offered and what you can probably expect to pay.
You've usually got two main choices: group classes or private lessons. Group classes are awesome for getting your dog used to other dogs and people in a safe, controlled way. But if you're dealing with a specific problem at home, like your dog bolting out the front door, nothing beats a private lesson. The trainer comes right to you and tackles the issue where it actually happens. Okay, so let's talk numbers here in the Youngsville area. For 2026, a typical 6-week puppy class is probably going to run you between $120 and $200. A single 1-hour private lesson, usually somewhere between $80 and $130. As you can see, there are definitely options out there to fit whatever your budget and needs might be.
All right, being a responsible dog owner means knowing the local rules. Good training isn't just about having a well-behaved dog at home, it's also about making sure you and your pup are being good neighbors here in the Youngsville community.
There are really just 4 main things you need to remember. First, Youngsville is under the Franklin County Leash Law. That just means your dog has to be on a leash whenever you're not on your own property. Also, state law says your dog needs a current rabies shot, and the tag has to be on their collar. And finally, just be a good neighbor and keep an eye on excessive barking.
Okay, you are now officially armed with knowledge. You know about methods, costs, and the local rules. Now it's time to actually talk to a few trainers. Think of this next part as your own personal interview checklist.
Remember, finding the right trainer is all about partnership. You want to feel totally comfortable that it's the right fit for you and for your dog. So let's make sure you're ready to make that choice with confidence.
Here are the 4 big things you'll want to cover. Kick things off by asking about their training philosophy, just to make sure you're on the same page. Then, bring up those certifications we talked about. It's also really smart to ask how they track progress and what happens after the lessons are done. And of course, always confirm the total cost and any policies before you sign up. So once you've started your training, that's when the homework begins, practicing everything in the real world. And the best part is, Youngsville and the areas right around us have some absolutely perfect spots to work on those new skills.
So where should you go? Well, the trails at the Youngsville Athletic Park are perfect for practicing loose leash walking with a few distractions around. If you want a bit more of a challenge, Joyner Park over in Wake Forest is great for working your bikes and more people, and you just can't beat the trails at Falls Lake for teaching your dog to stay focused with all kinds of nature going on.
You know, at the end of the day, this is what it's all about. Finding that right trainer helps you and your dog enjoy everything our town has to offer, together. Just picture it. Calm walks where you can actually say hi to your neighbors, polite greetings at the farmer's market, and just having a happy, confident dog that's a true joy to be around. We wish you the best of luck on your training journey.